Well, good day to you folks. Welcome to my fifth installment of what sold on eBay this week. This is for the first week of February 2016, and um, you'll notice in the background, if you watch my other videos, that there's a different coat up there. That's because my denim coat that was there, someone offered me 20 for it, and I said no, and then they offered me 25 for it, and I countered it 35, and they didn't decline it, but today this morning it sold for the full price of $44.95, so it's not here anymore. I packed that up and shipped that out this afternoon. So I'll get started right on the very first thing that we sold in February, and you'll see here it was a Deadpool t-shirt. Now this is one of the superhero t-shirts that I bought at Walmart, probably it was sometime last year. It was early last year, and I've been selling t-shirts off. This one actually did not sell for $14.95. Hold on a minute, I'll tell you what it did sell for. Okay, well, it actually sold for, okay, it did sell for $14.95. Alright, that must have been before I started my sale that I had going. So, okay, it sold for $14.95. Well, that's good. That's good news. Alright, let's see, yeah, and these I paid $1 each for these. They were all like superhero t-shirts. I paid $1 each for them, so it was $14.95 with free shipping, and that was the first thing that sold in February. February was all right. It wasn't the best month, but it was actually it was pretty good. Actually, to tell you the truth, it was pretty good. That second week, which you haven't seen yet, wasn't so hot. But all right, we'll move on to the next thing. The next thing is this. As you can see, it says the West Rhine District, Germany, and it has a chimney sweep guy on there. Not entirely sure what that patch represents, but I got it for free. I didn't pay anything for it. Came in that last estate that I cleaned out, and I listed that on the 8th of October last year, and it sold on February 1st for $9.99. So that was pretty. That was fine with free shipping. So that was fine. It was free, and there really wasn't too much. Yeah, well, actually, I couldn't find anything on it, so maybe I should have listed it for 50, but I didn't. So okay, and the next thing is, all right, this is one of those Aunt Martha's hot iron transfers. I bought a bunch of these at Walmart for 50 cents each, and I've been selling them off a little bit at a time. Actually, there's two of them right in a row here that went. They both sold for $5.99, and they went to the same buyer, so it was free shipping. Same buyer, first class. Yeah, so that was nice to see both of those go. Okay, there's the other one there. And next we have this lot of books, and they came in a bag sale, so I probably paid $3 for. Actually, I got the first 5 there in one bag sale, and then I went like the next month, and these other ones were out, so I put them in my other bag that I bought. So there was a bunch of other stuff in there, so I don't know. It was $3 a bag, so uh, that's what I paid, and I ended up getting $19.95 for them. I didn't write down the day that I listed them when I listed them, so this must have been listed before I started keeping track. So they were up for quite a while, and they did sell for $19.95. So okay, and next were these 3 rolls of Scotch cover-up. I got them for 79 cents each at Goodwill. and I listed them on November 20th last year, and they sold on February 2nd, but they sold for $13, so with free shipping. So they all went in they ended up in a priority flat rate. So that's what happened to them. And the next thing we have, okay, if you saw one of my other videos that I had that I just put up recently, I sold the Fostex multi-tracker model. I already told you about that. I bought it, and it had some loose pieces inside, so I sold the unit by itself as non-working for $25, and then I went ahead and I sold these knobs for it separately, and I did get $16.95 for them. The whole unit, everything, cost me $5.99, and I listed these on December 30th, and I sold them on February 2nd for $16.95. So that was pretty good. Sold them just before my trip to Florida. That was pretty cool. Okay, and the next thing is this Twilight of Empire book by Alan W. Eckert. His books usually sell pretty good, so if you find some hardbacks, they're pretty decent. This is a book. It also sold. It sold. Let's see. It sold on the 3rd for $7.99. I paid 50 cents for it, probably in one of those bags that I bought, and I listed it on December 1st. I was actually in Florida when this sold, so they had to wait till I get back. We were down there for 10 days, and I did change my handling time, and I had my store on vacation, and I did contact the buyer and let them know, and they were fine with that. So okay, $7.99, 50 cents. Okay, yep. All right, next we have this lot of 46 metal Blakely shoe heel protectors. Now, I had somebody email me about these. He wanted to know if any of them were made of plastic. I said, no, they're no plastic or rubber. They're all made of metal. And he says, well, nobody wants the metal ones anymore. I said, oh, okay. Well, and I did have them listed. Honestly, I had them listed for quite a while. I listed them on May 13th last year. And the whole thing was, I got them all in a bag for 50 cents. So they all came together, and they sold on the 3rd of February for $18. So for nobody wanting them, I got $18 plus shipping. So that was pretty cool. Next is one of these glass cannon jar lids, and this one did sell for $5.99. It was listed for about 4 months. I listed it on October 12th last year, and it sold on February 3rd. So yep, sold another one of those. Okay, and that's one of the wide mouth ones. For some reason, the wide mouth are seem to be a little harder to sell, but they've been selling. I've made, I think it was $35 on something. I've sold like $35 worth of them since I started keeping track of this stuff. Okay, and this is a vintage Echo metal jar opener. A lot of people really like these. I'm not sure why, but they really do, and I can usually get them for pretty cheap, a quarter or something like that. Now this was at my local Goodwill, and basically all their stuff like this is 79 cents. So I grabbed it for 79 cents, and I listed it on August 23rd last year, and it sold on February 4th for the well, actually, yeah, I sold that one for, it didn't sell for $8.99. I went for $6.99. So, and they paid shipping on that. So that was that one. Okay, next is this tiny little Christmas ornament. I got these at Goodwill. I think it was Goodwill. What I paid for that? I paid 50 cents. So I think that was probably not at Goodwill at 50 cents. That was probably over at the independent thrift in Mansfield, My Neighbor's Closet. That thrift store is actually associated with a group called Partners in Progress, and I think it's just a local organization that helps. I think it helps people who are have a hard time getting involved in the society, in the community. You know, people that I think it's mostly people who are just a little off, if you know what I mean. You know, I think they kind of help them and give them a place to hang out, and they put them to work in different places. They help them to integrate back into society and stuff. So I think that's what the mission is, Partners in Progress. So yeah, so this was 50 cents there. I sold it for $4.95 with free shipping. It's tiny. This thing was just, I mean, it's tiny. I'd say it wasn't any more than an inch and a quarter long, maybe, something like that. Just a little tiny little UNESCO ornament. So I don't know if I really made too much money on it, maybe $1 or so, but you know, it's one of those things. Okay, next, these are old refrigerator magnets. I remember, you know, having them as a kid on my refrigerator. I had ones like this that, you know, so that would have been in the 1970s. I'm not exactly sure that all of these are from the 1970s, but if you see this lot actually sold for $10, but that was only because the buyer emailed me and told me they just wanted this one down here with Daffy Duck, with the baseball mitt, you know, diving along with the baseball mitt. That's the only one they wanted. So yeah, they paid $10 with free shipping on that. And then I relisted this whole thing, and I sold Tweety Bird out of it for another $10. But that's in another episode. But yeah, so, and then I actually found Sylvester, and I put Sylvester in the lot, and I have it relisted again right now. So yep. So next is this deck of Hillary Clinton. Okay, the deck of Hillary it's a Newsmax.com. I'm not really sure what that is. I don't think it's something that's shall we say, polite toward liberals and Democratic politicians. But and this is actually, she was probably a senator. It looks like it was 2003 or something like that. So yeah, so that actually sold for the Hillary King. I paid 79 cents for them at the Goodwill, and I don't remember when I listed them, sometime last year. And on the 5th of February, they sold for $10. So I only got $10 for them, but they sat around here a long time, and now they're not here anymore. So next, this is a book I originally bought for Amazon, and then realized when I scanned it, I had the scanner on the wrong setting, but I didn't realize it until I got it home. So it's just I think it's a role playing, you know, a role playing thing like Dungeons and Dragons, only it's with Middle Earth instead. You know, it's with Lord of the Rings and stuff. So I had this listed for how long did I have this up? I paid $1.99 for it. I put it up on September 6th last year, and it sold on February 5th, and it sold for $39.99, and it went through the global shipping program. So I think it went to Germany. I'm not sure, but I think it went to Germany. So yeah, so I got paid shipping to send it to Kentucky, and I got the $39.99 for it, which was pretty cool. You know, I was actually really pleased that it was bought outright. So, okay, and the next thing is this set of, the picture only shows 4, but there's actually 7 of these palm tea drinking glasses, and I picked those up in here and there, you know, for basically mostly at the niche thrift store. I got them in bag lots they were $2 bag lots. So these probably were a quarter, maybe a quarter each. And let's see. 7 palm glasses. I got it written down here as $1 that I paid for all 7 of them. So I think I got some other ones somewhere else, but I probably got them for free. And I listed them on October 8th, 2015, and they sold on the 6th of February for $15. So I got $15 plus shipping for them. So that was pretty good turnover for them. Next is this Monarch labeling gun. I bought this at the Goodwill store for $1.99, and it might have actually even have sat there long enough. Actually, I think, I'm not sure, but I think it sat there long enough that I might have got it for 35 cents. It might have been the final clearance when I picked that sucker up. So anyway, I listed it on September 6th, and it sold on February 6th for $25. So I got $25 for it. So I guess I was shooting pretty high with that 40. Hey, well, that's good though. I got $25 for something I probably paid $2 or 35 cents for, so I'm good with that. All right, next there I had 4 of these Osbach Ural German brandy glasses. They're only like 2 inches tall, 3 inches maybe. They're just little guys. They have the little sticker on there, and when I looked them up, they were selling for, that was a fair price at $39.99. It was a little high compared to what they had sold for at the time when I looked them up. I got them for nothing. I got them for free at that estate I cleaned out last summer, and I got a lot of stuff at that place. But I kept getting emails from people telling me I was way out of line on my price and way out of line on my price, and I knew I wasn't because I looked it up when I listed it, so I knew it wasn't out of line. I knew they did sell for that or very close to that, but and it just takes the right buyer to come along, and the right buyer came along, paid me $39.99, and they paid shipping overseas. So I'm not sure where they went. Probably, I don't know. I think they went to Europe, somewhere in Europe, if I remember right. But I'm not positive. So I know they went. I know they went overseas. So they went through the global shipping program. So they were out of here, and I got my $39.99 for them. So the people that tell you that you ain't gonna get your prices, if you looked it up and you know what it was, you're gonna get your price, unless the market just drops, or whatever. It's not 2005 though, and we're not in the same situation, so I don't see that happening, hopefully anytime soon again. So I'm enjoying selling on eBay. So all right, next we have another one of those hot iron transfers. It sold for $5.99 with free ship. I don't even think I have best offer on them. Probably not. I shouldn't if I do. But yeah, so you know what I paid for those, and I already told you. And this one sold on the 6th of February. Okay, next is these are just recipe cards. They're just they're just recipe cards, but they come from that Express Ready Set Go. See these black pans here? They're actually inserts, and if you find them around, some of them sell very well. Some of them sell very well. Most of mine are gone now. I think I'm being undercut right now. So the few that I have left haven't sold, because I'm pretty sure people are selling them cheap. So somebody will come around and buy them. But these recipe cards though, they sat for a little bit. I had some low offers for them because they're just cards. But I figured, hey, they don't eat nothing, so I just left them up, and I ended up selling them for $14.95. They were listed on. I basically priced them. I would say that I paid $1 for them because they came out of that same big box that I got that other stuff in that I talked about one of my last videos. So they were listed October 23rd, and they sold on February 7th. So they are gone. And next, for the first week of February, this was a small, it's a pewter plate. It's a souvenir plate at City of Alexandria. It wasn't big. I think it was maybe 6 inches across. And I got this, I bought this in a bag sale. I bought it in a bag sale at one of the thrift stores, I think at Niche. And I don't remember what I paid for sure, and I don't remember when I listed it. But it sold February 7th, and it sold for $13. I got $13 for it. So yeah, it was pretty good for a pewter plate, considering, a small one, considering that it used to be really hard to sell pewter at all. So, and last but not least, the very last thing that I sold for the first week of February was this huge lot of latch hook rug packs. I had these listed for quite a while. I do not know how long I had them listed, and I don't know for sure how much I paid for them, but it wouldn't have been a lot. I can honestly say probably no more than $5 or $6 for all of them. And they sold on February 7th for $49.99. They sold for full price plus shipping. So I made out on that deal. And that was it for the first week of February. I had a good week that week, so I was pretty happy that it was a good week for me. Kept me moving anyway, kept me happy, kept things going on. And all right, well, that's it. So I'll see you next time, and thanks for watching. And there's that little button over here, or is it over here? I don't know. But it's one of those two sides. That little red button that says subscribe. Go ahead and click that, and then you'll know every time I put up a new video. So feel free to ask any questions or to like or just comment. And have a great day and keep listing. Okay, bye.